Usher accuses Diddy of perjury in an emotional tell-all that's shaking Hollywood. Hold up, did you hear that right? It's hard to believe, but the music world just got hit with a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through Hollywood. Usher, the R&B legend who's been winning hearts since the 90s, has come out swinging with a jaw-dropping accusation against none other than Diddy, the hip-hop mogul who's been untouchable for decades. And we're not talking about some small-time gossip. This is about perjury, lies, and a courtroom drama that's got everyone from fans to industry insiders glued to their screens. What's the real story behind this explosive feud? Buckle up, because this is one wild ride, and we're breaking down every single detail in this hour-long deep dive. All right, let's set the scene. Today we're unpacking a scandal that's not just rocking the music industry, it's rewriting the rules of loyalty, trust, and power in Hollywood. Usher, the guy behind hits like You Make Me Wanna and Burn, dropped a bombshell yesterday in an emotional, raw tell-all interview that's got the internet in a frenzy. He's accusing Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, of lying under oath in a high-stakes lawsuit. This isn't just a he said, she said moment. This is a full-blown controversy that could land Diddy in serious legal trouble and maybe even tarnish his legacy for good. So, what's going on? And why is this feud hitting so hard? Let's break it down step by step. First, let's talk about the conflict at the heart of this drama. Diddy's been tangled in a messy lawsuit for months now, and it's not your average legal spat. The case revolves around a former business partner who claims Diddy owes them millions from a deal gone wrong. We're talking about a partnership tied to one of Diddy's many ventures. Think Bad Boy Records, his clothing line Sean John, or maybe even his Ciroc vodka empire. The details are murky, but the gist is this. The partner says Diddy pulled some shady financial moves, pocketing cash that wasn't his to keep. Diddy's response? He's been adamant that it's all a misunderstanding, swearing in court that he's been nothing but honest and transparent. But here's where Usher steps in. And boy, does he stir the pot. In his tell-all, Usher didn't hold back. With tears in his eyes and a voice full of conviction, he said, "I've stayed quiet for too long. I can't sit back and watch someone I looked up to twist the truth like this. It's not right, and it's not fair." According to Usher, Diddy's courtroom testimony is riddled with lies, big ones. He claims to have insider knowledge from their years of friendship and collaboration that proves Diddy's story doesn't add up. And when we say insider knowledge, we mean the kind of stuff that could make or break this case. Usher's talking about private conversations, behind-the-scenes deals, and even documents that he says contradict what Diddy's been telling the judge. "I was there," Usher said. "I saw things, I heard things, and I know the truth." Now let's pause for a second, because this is huge. Perjury, lying under oath, is no joke. If Usher's accusations are true, Diddy could face serious consequences like fines, jail time, or a massive hit to his credibility. And in an industry where reputation is everything, that's a big deal. But it's not just about the legal side, this is personal. Usher and Diddy go way back to when Usher was just a kid breaking into the music scene. Diddy was one of his earliest mentors, helping shape his career and introducing him to the big leagues. For Usher to turn around and call him out like this, it's a betrayal that's got everyone shook. It's like a family feud, but with Grammy winners and million-dollar empires on the line. So, what's the evidence Usher's bringing to the table? He's not spilling every detail just yet, classic cliffhanger move, but he's dropping some major hints. He claims to have receipts, and by that, he means proof. We're talking emails, text messages, maybe even audio recordings from their time working together. He also mentioned witnesses, people who were in the room during key moments and can back up his story. One bombshell moment from the interview? Usher said he was part of a closed-door meeting where Diddy allegedly admitted to fudging some numbers to save face. "He looked me in the eye and said it," Usher claimed, "and now he's acting like it never happened. I can't let that slide." But here's where things get messy. Diddy's camp isn't taking this lying down. Sources close to the mogul are clapping back, saying Usher's just out here causing trouble for clout. They're painting him as a bitter ex-friend who's jealous of Diddy's success and maybe even holding a grudge over past business deals. One insider told a major outlet, "Usher's trying to make this about truth, but it's really about him wanting to be relevant again." He's got an album coming, doesn't he? This is all a stunt. Ouch. They're also saying Usher's blowing things out of proportion, taking old conversations out of context to make Diddy look bad. And get this, some of Diddy's allies are even hinting that Usher might be the one with something to hide. Talk about flipping the script. Let's talk about the timing, because that's raising eyebrows too. Why now? Why is Usher coming forward right when Diddy's already under fire? Some fans think it's because Usher's had enough of staying silent. He's been in the industry for decades, watching the highs and lows, and maybe this is his moment to stand up for what's right. Others aren't so sure. There's chatter online that Usher's tell-all is perfectly timed to hype up his next big move. Word on the street is he's working on a new album, maybe even a tour. And what better way to get people talking than by dropping a scandal this juicy? It's a risky play, but if it works, Usher could be back on top. The internet's going wild over this, and honestly, it's no surprise. Social media platforms like X are blowing up with reactions. One user posted, "Usher's out here spilling all the tea, but is he a hero or just messy?" Another wrote, "Diddy's been dodging drama forever. If Usher's got the guts to take him on, I'm here for it." The comments are split down the middle. Half the fans are Team Usher, cheering him on for speaking out, while the other half are Team Diddy, saying he's being unfairly targeted. There's even a hashtag trending, number Usher versus Diddy, with thousands of posts breaking down every angle of this feud. It's like a soap opera, but with better music and higher stakes. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. This isn't just about two music stars throwing punches. It's about the music industry itself. Diddy's been a titan for years, building an empire that spans records, fashion, and more. He's the guy who turned Bad Boy into a household name, launching careers for artists like Notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. But his journey hasn't been squeaky clean. There have been whispers of shady deals, lawsuits, and controversies before, and while Diddy's always come out on top, this time feels different. Usher's not just any accuser, he's a star in his own right, with a massive fan base and a reputation for keeping it real. If he's willing to risk his own career to call Diddy out, people are listening. And then there's Usher. He's not just the guy who made us dance to "You Got It Bad." He's a survivor of the industry, navigating fame since he was a teenager. He's had his own struggles, divorces, custody battles, even health scares, but he's always come back stronger. This tell-all feels like a turning point for him. By taking on Diddy, he's showing he's not afraid to shake things up, even if it means making enemies, but it's a gamble. If his evidence doesn't hold up, or if fans turn on him, Usher could be the one left in the dust. Let's dig a little deeper into their history because that's where the real juice is. Usher was just 15 when he first linked up with Diddy. Back in the early 90s, Diddy was a young hotshot producer, and Usher was a kid with a big voice and bigger dreams. Diddy took him under his wing, introducing him to the fast-paced world of music and fame. They worked together on Usher's early albums, and by all accounts, they were tight. There are old interviews where Usher calls Diddy a big brother, and Diddy's praised Usher's work ethic and talent. But somewhere along the line, things changed. Maybe it was a business deal that went south. Maybe it was a personal falling out. Whatever it was, it's clear there's bad blood now, and it's spilling out for the world to see. What's fascinating is how this feud is exposing the underbelly of the music industry. Behind the glitz and glamour, there's a world of power plays, secret deals, and cutthroat competition. Stars like Diddy and Usher don't just make music, they're running businesses, managing teams, and fighting to stay relevant. When money and egos are involved, things can get ugly fast. Usher's tell-all is pulling back the curtain, showing fans that even their idols aren't perfect. And for a lot of people, that's both shocking and relatable. Who hasn't had a falling out with a friend or felt betrayed by someone they trusted? Let's talk about the legal side, because this is where things could get really serious. Perjury is a big deal in court. If Usher can prove Diddy lied under oath, it could derail the entire lawsuit. The judge might throw out Diddy's testimony or worse, charge him with a crime. Legal experts are already weighing in, saying Usher's involvement could be a game changer. One lawyer we heard from said, if Usher's got credible evidence, documents, recordings, anything, it's bad news for Diddy. The court doesn't take kindly to lies. But there's a flip side. If Usher's claims fall apart, or if he's seen as exaggerating, he could face defamation accusations or lose the trust of his fans. It's high stakes for both sides. What's the vibe in Hollywood right now? Pure chaos. Insiders say A-listers are picking sides, with some quietly supporting Usher and others standing by Diddy. There's talk of other artists getting ready to speak out, either to back Usher's claims or to defend Diddy's honor. One rumor floating around is that a few Bad Boy alumni might have their own stories to tell. Could this be the start of a bigger expose? Only time will tell, but the tension's thick and nobody's staying neutral. For fans, this is more than just drama. It's personal. If you grew up on Usher's ballads or Diddy's beats, this feud hits different. It's like watching two of your favorite uncles fight at a family reunion. Social media's full of fans sharing throwback pics of Usher and Diddy together, reminiscing about the good old days. One post we saw said, "I can't believe it's come to this. They were brothers. What happened?" Another fan wrote, "Usher's speaking truth to power. Diddy's not invincible. The loyalty's split, and it's sparking debates everywhere." Let's not forget the cultural impact. Both Usher and Diddy are black icons in an industry that hasn't always been kind to black artists. Their success broke barriers, paving the way for others. But this feud is a reminder that even the most powerful figures face challenges. Some fans are worried it'll reinforce negative stereotypes about the industry, while others see it as a necessary reckoning. One ex-user put it perfectly. This isn't just about Usher and Diddy. It's about holding people accountable, no matter how big they are. So, what's next? The courtroom's about to be a battlefield. Usher's promised to share more as the case moves forward, and legal analysts say his testimony could tip the scales. If he's got the proof he claims, Diddy's in for a rough ride. But if Usher's bluffing, or if his evidence isn't airtight, he could be the one facing heat. Either way, this story's far from over and the world's watching. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why this matters to you. If you're a fan of Usher or Diddy, this is a moment that could change how you see them. If you love music, drama, or just a good story, this scandal's got everything: betrayal, courage, and high stakes. And if you're into truth and justice, Usher's bold move might make you think about what it means to stand up even when it's hard. This is the kind of story that sticks with you, sparking conversations and maybe even changing perspectives. All right, we've been at this for a while, but there's so much more to say. Let's keep the conversation going. What do you think about Usher's accusations? Is he a hero for speaking out, or is he stirring up trouble for no reason? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one, and we want to hear from you. And if you're as hooked on this story as we are, give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your crew, and subscribe for more exclusive deep dives like this. We're your go-to for the latest in entertainment, and we've got plenty more juicy stories lined up. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you in the next one.